After taking almost 10 years to make, with 5 directors and lots of writers, the Minecraft movie is a film that really shouldn't exist. Many famous people came and went from the project. The movie studio had big changes, and the major world events happened that would have stopped any other movie from being made. This is the wild, secret story of how creative arguments and messy planning almost kept one of the most exciting video game movies from ever being shown in theaters. Let's go back to 2014. Minecraft was popular all over the world, like a set of digital Legos that millions of people loved. It had no story, so its magic was all about being creative. But Hollywood is always looking for the next big series of movies and saw a chance. In February 2014, the game's creator, Marcus Notch Persson, said his studio, Mojang, was talking with Warner Bros. About making a movie. The project was started quickly, and Roy D., a producer from the hit The Lego Movie, was hired to help bring the blocky world to the big screen. It seemed like a perfect match. The Lego Movie had just shown that you could turn a popular brand with no story into a movie that was a hit with both critics and audiences. A movie with a lot of money was planned, and people were very excited. But one huge question caused problems for the movie for years. How do you make a story for a game that has no story? This creative problem became the first big issue for the movie, an issue that would soon turn into a huge mess. By October 2014, Warner Bros. Had its first director, Shawn Levy. He was known for popular movies for the whole family, like Night at the Museum films, so he seemed like a safe choice. He and his team started working on the story problem. Their idea was a fun adventure movie with, as Levy said, an adventure feel like the movie The Goonies. The plan was to make a fun adventure that showed that feeling of discovery that players loved. But there was a big problem. Mojang, the people who made the game, were very protective of it. When Levy showed them his idea, they were not very excited. Levy later said that Mojang told him, "That doesn't sound like what we want. We don't know what we want, but that doesn't feel right." This was the first major creative argument. Levy had an idea, but the game's creators didn't like it. Because nobody could agree, Levy made a difficult choice. In December 2014, only 2 months after he was announced, he left the project. The Minecraft movie had lost its first director, and the search for a new idea began. In July 2015, Warner Bros. Made a surprising choice for the next director, Rob McElhenney, the creator and star of the comedy show for adults, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It seemed like a strange choice, but McElhenney was a big fan who played the game with his children. He thought the lack of a story was a strength, not a weakness. He suggested a big idea about people taking control over what they do in this digital world. Warner Bros. Was so impressed they gave him a reported $150 million to make the movie. For almost 3 years, this was the Minecraft movie that was going to be made. They were getting ready to film. Steve Carell was talking with them about being in the movie, and filming locations were booked. The movie was even given a release date, May 24th, 2019. But then another big problem happened. In late 2016, a new boss came in at Warner Bros., and the person who had supported McElhenney's idea left. The new boss, Tommy Emmerich, was reportedly not happy with the expensive and bold script. McElhenney remembered watching his version of the movie slowly fell apart. By August 2018, after spending years working on it, he officially left the project. The 2019 release date was removed, and the movie had to start over from the beginning. This was when the movie was at its most chaotic. According to official writer records, a huge number of 28 writers worked on the movie script over the years, a clear sign that the movie was having major problems. The fact that the movie was even able to continue after all this is amazing. If you like hearing these stories about Minecraft history, Please subscribe for more. It really helps me find more of these crazy Minecraft stories. After McElhenney's version of the movie fell apart, the studio needed to start over completely. In January 2019, they announced that Peter Sollett, known for smaller films focused on characters like Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, would write and direct. This was a brand new idea. Sollett's story was said to be about a teenage girl and her friends on a journey across the game's world to save it from the evil Ender Dragon. This idea seemed promising. It had a clear hero, a classic adventure, and a clear bad guy from the game. The studio was sure enough to set a new release date, March 4th, 2022. With a director, a new script, and the date set, it finally seemed like their years of failed attempts were over. For the first time in a while, there was some real hope. Just when things seemed to be going well, the world came to a sudden stop. The COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 messed up all of Hollywood's movie release plans, and the Minecraft movie lost its release date again. This long, unexpected delay caused another problem. Because of problems with their schedules that came up during the shutdown, director Peter Sollett quietly left the project. The movie had lost its third director, and its 2022 release date was gone. As the movie business tried to recover, it was hit by another huge problem: the strikes by Hollywood writers and actors in 2023. This shut down almost all movie making for months. Any progress that might have been happening on the new Minecraft movie was stopped completely. The project, which had already been in the works for almost 10 years, now seemed like it would never get made. Then, in April 2022, news came out that things were finally moving ahead again, but with another creative team. The fifth and final director to take the job was Jared Hess, the person behind unusual movies that people love, like Napoleon Dynamite. This time it felt different. Legendary Entertainment was now helping to make the movie, and a huge star, Jason Momoa, had joined the project. Soon after, Jack Black was chosen to play Steve, bringing his famous style of comedy to the movie. Hess was successful because he used what made the game special. Instead of seeing the lack of a story as a problem, he saw it as a chance to make a fun, ridiculous movie. His live-action idea finally got the full support of Mojang. Filming started in New Zealand with a team of creative experts, including the special effects experts at Weta FX. The actors got into the spirit of the game. A private Minecraft server was made for all the actors and workers, and Jack Black was reportedly a huge fan. This project, which he really cared about and which came from 10 years of chaos, was finally being built, one block at a time. From when it was first announced in 2014 to its final version, the story of the Minecraft movie is a great example of never giving up. It went through 4 directors, looked at the ideas of almost 30 writers, and survived a global pandemic and major strikes in the movie business. The 10-year-long struggle wasn't just about finding a story, it was about finding the perfect story for a game that means something different to every player. The challenge was to make one single story for a world where you can do anything. The final movie, created from Jared Hess's special vision and starring Jason Momoa as Garrett the Garbage Man, Garrison, and Jack Black as Steve, honors this history. It's full of references for the game's fans, including a sincere tribute to the YouTuber Technoblade, who passed away, and tells a story of unexpected heroes on a big adventure. The crazy mess behind the scenes that almost stopped this film from being made ultimately led to a movie that had to be as creative and tough as the game it came from. After 10 years of problems, the Minecraft movie wasn't just made, it finally deserved to be made. What part of this messy story surprises you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.